true.
And which brings me to my next imaginary question. Imagine if the government anywhere in the world would decree that Jews are not allowed to go and visit the cemetery of, let's say Germany. Germany decided that the Jewish cemetery in Dresden is off limits to Jews. Or the New York City government will declare that the Montefiore Cemetery in Queens is off limit to Jews. I mean, the absurdity of these arguments is just sometimes just so mind-boggling, and you don't want to believe that it's true.
Right. So today, thank God, the situation is better and different than what happened after '67, when the site was declared as a mosque and Jews were allowed there only maybe for a few hours a day, and it wasn't permitted to serve as a synagogue. Today, thank God, after a lot of political struggles and a lot of Jews getting arrested in those events, today you come into the cave of Machpelah, and at least on the Jewish side it looks Jewish. You have people learning there. You could have a simcha there, so circumcision, a bris milah. Up until maybe 15 years ago, Jews was not allowed to have that kind of celebration inside Me'arat Machpelah. So today it's different, and I'm sure that any of your viewers that's sitting at home that will be inspired to come to Israel and come to Hevron.
That's why I have to say, this was my moment of inspiration. When I was there years ago, you would go into the cave of Machpelah. If I would like to daven, I would have to push my way through hundreds of Arabs. I was like a foreigner. I had to watch my back, my front, and not spend too much time at any particular place because it was literally dangerous. Thank God now, at least I was very happy to be able to daven in peace in Me'arat Machpelah. And then when I toured Chevron, it was heartwarming to see 80 families. Actually, me and Danny, we photographed ourselves at the spot where Shalhevet was murdered. And Shalhevet was an invading settler that came from where? I mean, it's like the absurdity. Shalhevet, that 1-year-old baby, was shot.
Maybe, yeah, we'll tell the viewers what we're exactly talking about. After the whole war on terror that started on Rosh Hashanah 2000 broke out, so of course Hevron was one of the hot spots. And although years before, the people living in Hevron and many other Jewish leaders warned the government that if you turn over the hilltops, the strategic hilltops overlooking the Jewish neighborhoods, and you hand over weapons to people that were terrorists and continue to be terrorists, that won't increase security, that'll of course decrease security. Any child can understand that, but our warnings were not heard. And a few years ago, shootings started, and every night there'd be shootings into our neighborhoods. You could walk into homes, and we've seen that together, just seeing God written on the walls. Why do I say that? Because when you see all these bullet holes, and thank God there weren't any casualties besides one, that's just a miracle. Now what happened with the baby, with Shalhevet, there was a sniper sitting on the hilltop like every other night. Yeah. And this was in broad daylight. Started open fire, and again, this is not
direct hit.
Direct hit. Later on, this terrorist was apprehended, and he showed the army how he did it, and of course this was all targeted, and he wanted to shock, and cause.
Well, as a result, they're no longer in control of the
that's
hilltops.
True. I mean, unfortunately, it only happened after Jewish blood was spilled. But today, thank God, there's the army there, and I want to in fact show everyone. It's a known Chabad thing. One of the things that the Rebbe instituted is that the Holy Book of Tanya, so to say, the Torah Sheba'al Peh of Chabad, written by the
Torah Shebechtav of Chabad.
Will be printed in everywhere around the world. And if you flick back,
we did a show on the 4,000 edition.
Really?
5,000 edition.
One of the latest editions was printed on the same hill, on the same site where the sniper stood.
I see, it's edition number 4,908.
Right, and it was printed on the hilltop Givat Shalhevet, the hilltop of Shalhevet, the Abu Snena hill that was renamed. And just to mention that Shalhevet comes from the Hebrew word of flame. And it was very exciting. Actually, there's a picture here. Can we show it?
Okay, we'll show that, sure.
There's a picture over here that we could see.
Where you have the menorah.
Of the menorah that we got an approval from the army that at the same site where the flame was extinguished, where Shalhevet was killed, that's where we lit the Chazan.
Well, let me say, Rabbi Cohen, I was very inspired being there, and you out there, you're going to love it when you're going to meet Rabbi Cohen. You're going to meet the settlers in Hevron. Find out what kind of monsters they are. Find out how the 2-year-old and 1-year-old and 3-month-old monsters have invaded property that's not theirs. You're going to see the deeds, you're going to see the documents, you're going to see how the people live, and you will enjoy the revenge, Jewish revenge for the murder of 1929, massacres, butchery. How the Jews are taking revenge by living there, having their children live freely, go to school, learn Torah, and visit the cave of the patriarchs and the matriarchs, praying to Hashem and asking God to protect us in America from anything that may befall us. You can help Rabbi Cohen, you can visit Rabbi Cohen, you can call him when you come to Israel. He will give you the red carpet treatment. And until we meet again, hopefully with Mashiach, we wish you bracha v'atzlacha and all the best.
Mashiach, 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 לא יחכה לו בכל יום שיבוא שישמע יעקב כל זה יחכה לו בכל יום שיבוא
A Cable to Jewish Life. It's the largest Jewish classroom in the world, beamed to viewers in over 400 cable systems each week. Please help us continue this important program. Call now or email to make a tax-deductible contribution. Major credit cards are accepted.